credit him for sticking to his position, but this position seems close to unviable in the upcoming Republican primaries, whose voters represent the more conservative end of the party. Here to discuss Mr. Giuliani's unique platform is the Republican congressman from California and a confirmed Giuliani supporter, David Dreier. Congressman, thanks for coming on.
Good to be with you, Tucker.
What exactly?
Happy Easter, buddy.
Happy Easter, thank you. When Mr. Giuliani says abortion is a constitutional right, and therefore you have to make sure that people are protected by paying for abortions for women who can't afford it. That's what he thinks it means to protect the right, paying for them?
Well, that's your interpretation of it. I will tell you the fact of the matter is he said that he hates abortion. No, he didn't say by guaranteeing that women can have it paid for. The fact is, let me just say that this issue is one that has really been blown out of proportion. He made that speech in 1989, and yesterday in that interview, he talked about this issue. He is pro-choice, and he has not backed away from being pro-choice. When he talked about public funding of abortion, he did so in 1989 when he was running for mayor, and yesterday he talked about public funding. He did not say federal taxpayer funding of abortion, Tucker, and I think that, as you and I have discussed privately, that is an important distinction that does need to be made. And so, I mean, Rudy Giuliani hates abortion. He is a supporter of the ban.
Let me stop you there, Congressman. Why does he hate abortion?
Because he does not believe that abortion should be the first choice. It was reduced by 16% under his mayorship of New York City.
I'm a little, with all due respect, as a matter of logic, I'm a little bit confused by that. I mean, if it's not killing, what's wrong with it? Why is he against it?
Well, what he said is that he believes that he would counsel people against abortion, but he does not want to undermine a woman's right to choose. Now, when he talked about that constitutional right, he was talking about the existence of Roe v. Wade. And I think that the important thing that we need to underscore again is that he understands federalism. He was the mayor of New York City, and yes, as he said in that speech in 1989, he did support the notion of local funding of abortion. But he recognizes that the Hyde Amendment is the law of the land which restricts federal funding of abortion, except for the cases of rape, incest, and the life of the mother. And he, by recognizing the Hyde Amendment, he does not seek to change the Hyde Amendment.
So are there any limits
that the court...
Right, I understand. Are there any limits that you know of on abortion that Rudy Giuliani would support? Any at all? What are they?
Yes, he's talked about the fact that parental consent, he believes, is important. You know, the Supreme Court in the Pennsylvania decision, Tucker, upheld the 24-hour cooling-off period and the parental consent issue. And that's a states' rights issue, and he believes that states should be in a position to do that, which I think is the true conservative position here. You know, if you want somebody...
It's conservative to force people who find abortion abhorrent to pay for it with their tax dollars? What the hell is conservative about that?
Let me just say that I do not believe that Rudy Giuliani, by virtue of his recognizing the Hyde Amendment and not seeking to alter the Hyde Amendment, that restricts federal taxpayer funding of abortion.
Okay. But look, here's the bottom line point. Plenty of people are pro-choice. I think that there are a number of Republicans running for president who are pro-choice but won't admit it. Everyone knows people are pro-choice. I'm not attacking him for being pro-choice. But asking people, taxpayers, to pay for it at the state or federal level, state level, fine. Agreeing with that as a matter of principle, that is a whole step beyond being pro-choice, it seems to me. And I just have trouble believing that South Carolina or New Hampshire or Iowa conservatives are going to go for that. You really think they will?
Well, Tucker, I will tell you, this election is about leadership, and Rudy Giuliani has clearly demonstrated his leadership through September 11th and with his passion to prosecute the global war on terror. And we got this report of a 4.4% unemployment rate today. He very much wants to keep tax cuts into place, unlike the Democrats in the Congress, that will keep the economy growing. That's why he's running for president of the United States. He's not running to deal with this issue of abortion. And again, he recognizes that the Hyde Amendment is the law of the land, and he will not seek to alter it. And so, by virtue of that, the states will have the right to do what they choose on this issue when it comes to restrictions.
Okay. Congressman David Dreier from California. Thanks a lot, Congressman. I appreciate it.
Happy Easter. And by the way, let me just say one thing very quickly. Yeah. I don't know how you and Willie have gotten into this Sanjaya thing. I saw that clip, and I will tell you,
you know what? I support Sanjaya.
It's really gone down.
I know.
No, I understand that.
We're out on a limb here.
By the way, ask Willie how tall he is. I met that guy at the correspondence dinner.
Willie? He was wearing stilts.
5, I think.
He's a big man.
Okay.
David Dreier. Thanks very much,
with our men and women in overseas right now as this Easter approaches.
Amen.
Thanks.
Conservatives find themselves without a candidate they love among the Republican field. Enter Fred Thompson. The senator turned actor inches toward a run for president. We have